out on the kitchen table with pennies upon his eyes. His hands were crossed on his good wool coat, the one he wore at sunrise. We brought the whiskey and the candles in, and we sat through the whole dark night, singing the songs he asked us not to sing, till we got the words right. Dark water wake, dark water song, singing for the ones who won't be long. Dark water candle burning down to wick, dark water time is running thick. Dark water wake, dark water grief, singing is the only relief. Pass the bottle and hold his hand. Dark water wake for the dying man. Old Mara told the story of his youth, of how he stole a horse at 16 and rode it through the town on market day, just to make the women scream. He laughed the loudest at his own disgrace, and bought the owner twice the horse's worth. We laughed at the table in the candle dark, and shook the grief out for what it's worth. Dark water wake, dark water song, singing for the ones who won't be long. Dark water candle burning down to wick, dark water time is running thick. Dark water wake, dark water grief, singing is the only relief. Pass the bottle and hold his hand. Dark water wake for the dying man. Had fallen asleep, slumped over the table and chairs. I sat alone with his coin-covered face and whispered my unspoken prayers. I told him the things that I never had said, the thank yous, the sorries, the love. Then I blew out the last candle in the room and gave him back to above. The bell in the hollow rings itself at midnight, has done since the flood of 1809, when the bell ringer's family went under, and the water rose past the steeple line. Nobody touches the rope in the tower. The rope hangs coiled and still, but every midnight the bell in the hollow rings out across across the hill. Dead bell hollow, dead bell ring, ringing for the ones who couldn't swim. Dead bell hollow, count the toll, one ring for every borrowed soul. Dead bell hollow, listen close, the bell remembers every ghost. It counts them out in the midnight air. Dead bell hollow, we're all there. The parish priest tried to silence the bell, cut the clapper out in the fall, but the bell rang louder than it had before. Without the clapper there at all, he packed his cassock and he left by dawn. Said the hollow was older than God. The new priest never spoke about the bell, and we never thought it odd. Dead bell hollow, dead bell ring, ringing for the ones who couldn't swim. Dead bell hollow, count the toll, one ring for every borrowed soul. Dead bell hollow, listen close, the bell remembers every ghost. It counts them out in the midnight air. Dead bell hollow, we're all there. My grandmother was born the year of the flood. She said she always slept right through. Said the bell was just the hollow breathing. Said she was family of the drowned too. I lie awake and count the rings at midnight, try to put a name to each. 12 rings in the hollow every midnight, for the ones who stayed just out of reach.
Mudcrow sits on the old levee fence and watches the water go by. He's been there every morning for 30 years, at least that long by my eye. My father called it a bad omen bird, said it shows up when someone will drown. He said the mudcrow watched the levee break in '65 and watched the whole third ward go down. Mudcrow ballad, mudcrow watching everything before it dies. Mudcrow perched on the sorrow fence, watching since before it all made sense. Mudcrow ballad, mud crowing, black against the sun, announcing everything. It never cries and it never calls, it just watches from the levee wall. I've seen it on the morning the child was lost. I've seen it the day the mill closed down. I've seen it sitting on my own front gate the morning I nearly left this town. I walked out to it with my packed up bags. It looked at me and didn't move. I put my bags back in the hall that day. I don't know what I had to prove. Mudcrow ballad, mudcrow eye, watching everything before it dies. Mudcrow perched on the sorrow fence, watching since before it all made sense. Mudcrow ballad, mud crowing, black against the sun, announcing everything. It never cries and it never calls, it just watches from the levee wall. Last spring I found the mudcrow on the ground beneath the levee fence at dawn, lying still with its wings spread perfect wide, like it knew how to be gone. I buried it beside the water's edge. I marked the spot with a piece of white stone. Since then the levee's been quiet in the mornings, and I've been more alone.
He came to town on a Thursday night with silver rings on every hand. He said he'd seen the far side of the world and had money, had a plan. I watched him from the general store window, watched the women lean his way. By Friday I knew what kind of man he was. By Sunday he would pay. Blackthorn road, blackthorn night. Some roads don't wait for morning light. I walked that road with iron in my hand, and I did what the devil understands. Blackthorn road, blackthorn dawn. By the time they found him, I was gone. Don't ask me what I buried in the clay on the blackthorn road that day. My sister had a silver ring on her hand by the end of the second week. She smiled at supper, but she couldn't eat, and she never dared speak. I heard the sounds through the thin wall at night, sounds no sister should hear. I sharpened my grandfather's hunting knife through the whole long month of fear. Blackthorn road, blackthorn night, some wrongs don't wait for morning light. I walked that road with iron in my hand, and I did what the devil understands. Blackthorn road, blackthorn dawn. By the time they found him, I was gone. Don't ask me what I buried in the clay on the blackthorn road that day. They never sent the sheriff to my door. They never asked me where I'd been. A town knows what a town needs to forget, and what is justice and what is sin. My sister wears no silver rings today. She tends the yard and hoes, and every spring the blackthorn blooms so thick where the creek beneath the old bridge runs. The willow by the creek was where we carved our names into the bark. I go there every summer still to check if the names survive the dark. The bark has grown around the letters now, the way skin grows around a scar. The tree absorbed what we put into it and made it part of what they are. Willowscar memory, willowscar name, the tree keeps growing all the same. Willowscar morning, willowscar night, names inside the wood and out of sight. I put my hand on the bark and I feel everything that time can't fully heal. Willowscar memory carved in deep. Willowscar is the name I keep. You've been gone 11 years this August. I keep the counting without thinking now. Grief becomes arithmetic eventually, the when and where and how. The willow doesn't know you're gone from here. The willow doesn't track the years. It just grows around the scar and keeps on going the way a river clears. Willowscar memory, willowscar name, the tree keeps growing all the same. Willowscar morning, willowscar night, names inside the wood and out of sight. I put my hand on the bark and I feel everything that time can't fully willowscar memory carved in deep. Willowscar is the name I keep. September, she put her hand where I always put mine. She didn't ask me whose name was inside. She just stood there a long time. Some things a child knows without the asking. Some griefs they inherit whole. I watched her hand on the bark and I understood. The willow holds our whole family soul. The river came up in the night last spring, took everything up to the sill. It left behind a coat of silver mud and a silence deep and still. My daughter played beside that river bank from the day that she could walk. Now the river plays her music back to me on the reeds when the night birds talk. Siltwater, siltwater, carry her name down to the sea where all rivers came. Siltwater, hold what I couldn't hold. Siltwater, keep her from the cold. Siltwater, siltwater, sing to me the lullaby she used to ask of me. I stand at the bank and I'll call to the deep. Siltwater, give her back her sleep. The fishermen say that on Midsummer's Eve a girl walks out on a stone. Her dress is the color of river clay and she never walks alone. They say she leads the young ones in who follow her glowing light. I know my daughter's face in any dark, I know her voice any night. Siltwater, siltwater, carry her name down to the sea where all rivers came. Siltwater, hold what I couldn't hold. Siltwater, keep her from the cold. Siltwater, siltwater, sing to me the lullaby she used to ask of me. I'll stand at the bank and I'll call to the deep. Siltwater, give her back her sleep. this river 40 years. I know its moods like my own blood. I know it takes without apology and gives back only mud. But every night I set a lantern out upon the old stone wall, just in case my daughter finds her way and needs a light to follow home with all. Table with your hand on the old family book. You swore the same way your father swore to your mother, with that same sidelong, crooked look. Your father's vows burned down the house eventually. Your mother stood in the cold. I should have recognized the family pattern. I was 22 and bold. Tindersworn vow, tindersworn word, dry as kindling you ever heard. Tindersworn flame, burning as our promises became ash on my hands, ash on my floor. Tindersworn vow, I don't swear no more. I kept your vows in a box on the shelf for 11 years. I kept them right, I took them out and read them on our anniversary by the dying candlelight. The words were good, the words were beautiful, the way your father's words were too. The vows were true when you were saying them. I know that much is true. Tindersworn vow, tindersworn word, dry as kindling you ever heard. Touch a match to what a man has sworn and watch the whole thing catch and burn. Tindersworn vow, tindersworn flame, burning his house. Promises became ash on my hands, ash on my floor. Tindersworn vow, I don't swear no last winter in the yard, watched every vow go bright and black. Some things you keep until you're ready not to, and then you don't take back. The kids watched from the window wondering. I told them it was just old paper. They seemed to understand the way kids do, that something ended in the vapor. it splits. I tell it the names of my dead in order, the names and the dates and the bits. The ash tree has listened for 30 years. Its roots have grown around my voice. The forest keeps its own kind of record. The forest doesn't ask you to rejoice. Ashroot prayer, ashroot name, ashroot holds what I cannot claim. Speak into the roots, speak into the wood, speak everything I could and couldn't and should. Ashroot prayer, ashroot vow, the ash tree is the only altar now. I'll kneel in the mud with my forehead down. Ashroot prayer in the root brown ground. There was a woman before me at this tree. I found her initials cut deep in the bark. She came before the wars, before the roads, before the village lost its dark. I wonder what she whispered in the wood, what bed she named in the rain. The ash tree holds her prayers and mine together. The tree doesn't separate our pain. Ashroot prayer, ashroot name, ashroot holds what I cannot claim. Speak into the roots, speak into the wood, speak everything I could and couldn't and should. Ashroot prayer, ashroot vow, the ash tree is the only altar now. I'll kneel in the mud with my forehead down. Ashroot prayer in the root brown ground. The council says the ash tree has to come down. Disease in the bark, so they say. I've been sitting at its roots 3 days straight. I don't think I'm moving away. Let them come with their saws and their helmets on. Let them take what the tree is above. They cannot cut out the 30 years of whispers. They cannot cut out the names of my love. The bleak marsh stretches to the edge of seeing, where the sky and the ground become one. No tree grows out there and no bird lands under the winter sun. My father walked into the bleak marsh once. On a January afternoon, he said he needed to be where nothing grew. He came back by the moon. Bleakmarsh lament, bleakmarsh call. Bleakmarsh is what you go to when you fall. Bleakmarsh cold, bleakmarsh wide. Bleakmarsh is where the grief goes to hide. Bleakmarsh lament, bleakmarsh gray. I'll walk out to the bleakmarsh today. Let the nothing hold me for a while. Let the bleakmarsh walk me the last mile. Bleakmarsh has a sound you can't describe, a kind of ringing without bells, a vibration in the frozen ground itself that the winter marsh exhales. My mother said it was the bones of things that died there long ago, still resonating through the frozen peat, in a key only the dead know. Bleakmarsh lament, bleakmarsh call. Bleakmarsh is what you go to when you fall. Bleakmarsh cold, bleakmarsh wide. Bleakmarsh is where the grief goes to hide. Bleakmarsh lament, bleakmarsh gray. I'll walk out to the bleakmarsh today. Let the nothing hold me for a while. Let the bleakmarsh walk me the last mile. Where the marsh grass ends and I breathe out what I can't translate. The bleakmarsh takes it without judgment, without offering anything back. Sometimes the best a landscape offers is just its cold and absolute black. Bindweed grows up everything you build. It doesn't ask permission for the climb. It wraps around the fence post and the mailbox, and it does it every time. You think you've pulled it out and then it's back with twice the roots than before. The bindweed is the only plant I know that loves you to the core. Bindweed lover, bindweed vine, I wrap myself around everything of thine. twice and came back twice with the bindweed on your hands. I told you what I was before the start. I told you all my plans. I said I'm not the love that lets you go. I said I'm not the gentle kind. You laughed and said you didn't mind bindweed. You were wrong, and that's fine. Bindweed lover, bindweed vine, I wrap myself around everything of thine. Bindweed love is the love that stays, even when you pull and cut and raise. Bindweed lover, bindweed hold, you'll find me in the roots when you grow old. I'm underneath whatever life you build. Bindweed lover, I am filled. You're gone now to another county, another garden, another fence. I hope you find a tame and gentle love. I hope it makes some sense. But in 10 years when you clear the bindweed growing up your new back wall, you'll put your hand in the green of it and know I was never gone at all.
My brother and I used to split the riftwood out behind my grandfather's barn. He'd set the log and I'd swing them all down. We worked like two halves of one arm. We didn't talk much during the splitting, just the thunk of iron and wood. Two men doing the thing that needed doing, the way that brothers should. Riftwood song, riftwood split, every piece of wood that isn't it. The grain goes one way and the moth finds it, two halves of what the whole ones fit. Riftwood song, riftwood cold, stacked up high before the winter cold. Split the sorrow down the middle now. Riftwood song is all we know how. He's been gone 8 years from any address. I can reach him at or find. We split along a line I didn't see coming. Some grief runs along the family line. He took the right and I took the left, the way the riftwood does, and neither half remembers being whole or remembers what the whole wood was. A riftwood song, riftwood split, every piece of wood that isn't it. The grain goes one way and the moth finds it, two halves of what the whole once fit. Riftwood song, riftwood cold, stacked up high before the winter cold. Split the sorrow down the middle now. Riftwood song is all we know how. I still split wood behind the barn each autumn. I do it along with the old maul. I set the log and swing and split it clean, and I don't feel nothing at all, except the one long second in between the setting and the swing, when I forget he's gone and almost turn to hand him the other thing. The congregation left before the frost, left the hymnals on the floor. Brother James was found inside the well. Nobody looked no more. The deacon said the Lord provides for all. The deacon took the land. We sang the hymns with empty bellies then, with bloody tithe in hand. Crooked hymn, crooked hand, crooked cross upon this crooked land. Sing it low, sing it wrong. We've been singing the crooked hymn too long. Crooked God, crooked grace, crooked smile on a crooked face. Still I bow my head and mouth the words, crooked hymns for a crooked world. My sister took the veil at 17. Said she heard the calling clear. By 23 she'd wept the veil to rags, and the Lord had disappeared. I watched her sit in empty churches then, talking to the stones. Some people pray so hard and long enough they learn to be alone. Crooked hymn, crooked hand, crooked cross upon this crooked land. Sing it low, sing it wrong. We've been singing the crooked hymn too long. Crooked God, crooked grace, crooked smile on a crooked face. Still I bow my head and mouth the words, crooked hymns for a crooked world. On Sunday morning all the trucks are gone from the gravel parking lot. The steeple leans a little to the east, like everything that's rotting off. I light a candle not for God above, but for the ones below, the ones who never got the crooked hymn, the ones the Lord let go. I dug a hole behind the churchyard wall, where the preacher never looks. I buried every promise that I made, every lie inside my books. The soil took my name without a word. The worms don't ask you why. A man can disappear into the ground just as easy as he'll die. Hollow graves, hollow ground, hollow is the only thing I found. God don't answer out here in the dark, just the silence where there used to be a heart. Hollow grace, hollow road, I've been carrying a man I don't know, walking through this life like borrowed time. Hollow grace was never mine. My mother kept a photo on the wall of a man I used to be. She dusted off on Sunday after church, like she still believed in me. I called her once in October rain. She didn't pick the phone. Some people keep the dead alive, and some just keep alone. Hollow grace, hollow ground, hollow is the only thing I found. God don't answer out here in the dark, just the silence where there used to be a heart. Hollow grace, hollow road, I've been carrying a man I don't know, walking through this life like borrowed time. Hollow grace was never mine. The winter came and took the last old oak that stood beside the fence. I didn't mourn it long, I recognized the way that dying went. Now I sit out on the rotten porch and watch the field go gray, wondering if the hole I've dug back there is wide enough someday. Duskweed grows at the edge of every road that nobody uses no more. It's the first thing that comes back when people leave, and the last thing to show at the door. I've been driving roads the duskweed's taken back for 20 years, it seems, following the roads that maps don't carry, following other people's dreams. Duskweed road, duskweed light, duskweed's all that's left at the end of the night. Duskweed follows everything that ends. Duskweed grows where the broken fence bends. Duskweed road, duskweed song, duskweed is where the living don't belong. I'll drive till the road is swallowed whole. Duskweed road is good for my soul. I stopped at a diner outside of nowhere. The woman behind the counter knew. She poured my coffee without me asking, the way tired people do for tired people who. She didn't ask me where I was going, she just refilled and looked away. Some kindness doesn't need a word around it. Some kindness just lets you stay. Duskweed road, duskweed light, duskweed's all that's left at the end of the night. Duskweed follows everything that ends. Duskweed grows where the broken fence bends. Duskweed road, duskweed song, duskweed is where the living don't belong. I'll drive till the road is swallowed whole. duskweed road is good for my soul. I'll go back eventually, I suppose, back to whatever I called home, but not until the duskweed calls me back, not until I've been alone long enough to feel the hollow that I carry, long enough to put a name to it, long enough to know if what I left behind is worth returning to or quit.